Hey guys, and welcome back for another video. So today I certainly have a treat for you. This young lady slash sir, previous sir, I guess you could say.
He, she.
Maybe that's better terminology. Says that cisgender females basically make it hard for people like him, her, trying to date because they kind of discriminate or say bad things about men who date transgender women. Well, let's go ahead and hear her reasons why.
And today's video is yet another controversial video, but I wanted to just get into the topic today of why women do not date men that date trans women. Now, I just wanted to come on here and be a little messy. I'm just kidding. No, but like, before y'all come for me, these are words that I've heard come right out of their mouths. Like, and it's just so awful because like, it sucks that men have to be judged this way for wanting to date trans women. Like, I don't really see it as an issue, but like, I guess it is an issue. So the first reason is they think that dating a trans woman makes the guy gay. So I've heard this stigma a lot from women, like, oh, I don't want to date a man that dates trans women or even a bisexual guy. They just simply do not want to date a guy who dates anything else except for women who are born women. And I get it, we all have our preferences. I'm very pro do whatever the fuck you want to do, date who you want to date kind of person. What happens is not only do they say they don't want to date these men, but they will also start to make fun of them and belittle these men and make them feel very bad about themselves for wanting to date trans women who are also women.
I gotta say right off rip, I'm not trying to be offensive to anybody who may be considered a transgender person. Like, I don't know what that is to go through and not feel comfortable in the skin you're in, and I definitely have some level of sympathy for people like that. I don't think it's fair that people like that can say that they're women, because you don't have to go through anything that a woman does. You didn't have a period since 12, 13 years old, and you'll never give birth, and you'll never have to deal with the emotional ups and downs. Like,
well, let's just focus on what she said, that they don't want to date trans women because they feel they're gay. Me personally, I would lean towards that ideal, because it's like, why date a trans woman when you got the genuine article? It's almost like, would you rather have gold or fake gold? It's one of those things. If somebody said real gold in front of you and fake gold, would you rather go for real gold or fake gold? Most of the time we're going to say, give me the real thing. So it's one of those things. If you actually choose to date a trans woman, as she call it, trans woman, it's like, well, I mean, that's what you decide. That's how you want to do. But just know that what people think about you is going to be what they think about you, whether you like it or not. So if you date that versus the real McCoy, considering it's a bunch of real ones out there, but you choose to date a trans one, I would think that you're gay as well.
I personally don't want to date a guy or, be with a guy that's been with a man or a trans woman. I don't think I could deal with the bisexual man. I feel like in a relationship, in a marriage and stuff like that, that's kind of a no-go. I guess let's hear some more.
The second reason is they think they will catch an STD from the guy. I think if you're nasty, you're nasty. If you're going to catch an STD because you're not using protection, that's exactly what's going to happen. Next reason, they are intimidated and think that they are in competition with us, / thinking that we are taking their place. I personally don't feel like I'm in competition with anybody but myself and the person I see in the mirror every day. I've heard this so many times by women, are just like, oh, I'm intimidated by you. I feel like there's competition with you. Like, outright just like telling me these things. And I'm just like, what, babe? Like, what's happening? And like, I just don't know how to feel about it. But I'm just like, okay, I do not want to take up your spaces. but also like when you guys are so intrigued by like having like a gay friend and are super excited to go out with your gay friends to the gay clubs, it's like, baby girl, you're in our space, so why can't we go and join your space too? Why can't we all just share? Why does it have to be so cliquey? Why can't we all just get the fuck along? You know? And as for taking your place, I know, and a lot of other, most trans women do know, that we cannot take your place at all. We're just trying to live our most authentic lives as our authentic selves and get the fuck on with it. Not me.
About the STD, you know, I have to agree with the person about the STD. Originally, from what I heard, when AIDS first came around, it was originally known as GRIS, which was called Gay-Related Immune Deficiency, disease syndrome, something like that. It was called GRIS. Now, this is what somebody told me, so this is all hearsay. I can't say whether it's valid or not. But then later on, somebody told me they changed it to AIDS because they didn't want a stigma amongst homosexuals. Now, I'm not sure if that's true or not, but for the most part, I do agree with this person. STDs, if you know you have an STD, then get it fixed. Don't go passing around, because it could be passed to men or women. It doesn't matter whether they mess with a transsexual, whether they mess with a chick who had gonorrhea. They can still pass it along. And about the competition, you know what? I hate to say it. It's like this she. Actually, I've seen some women that were really questionable about whether they were women or not. And this person, I hate to say it, is kind of blowing them out of the water. I mean, I can still, face-wise, can tell it's a guy or whatnot, but it's still like, well, I mean, you're actually blowing some of the real women out of the water. Y'all need to step y'all game up.
Right. I mean, and that's one thing that I can say about these transsexual women. A lot of times they are really attractive, and granted, they have a lot of body work and stuff done. She just said something right before we stopped it. She said, "I'm just trying to be my true, authentic self." And I'm just thinking like, wait, what? How? But you're not authentic at all, because you were born obviously male and you went through all of these surgeries and all of this hormonal like influence to make yourself something else. So how is that authentic at all? Like, that's really confusing.
No, it's authentically fake.
Right, yeah.
Authentically fake. But another thing I can agree on is when she mentioned the space, because it's like, hey, if you're straight and you're going in gay bars, hanging out with gay friends and everything, like she said, y'all entering her space or their space. They
they got different ones now.
No.
So, right.
But so in a way, it's like what's good for the goose is good for the gander, right? So
yeah.
if they want to invade your space, I mean, hey, you've invaded theirs.
Well, I mean, everybody has the right to live the way they want to. I mean, it's your life, and who wants to have a life of regret? But at the end of the day, I hope that this person is really happy being who they are, and I hope that they don't ever feel that they need to change back or anything.
This is just a thought. The same way you got transgender males, you got transgender females. So, can they, like, why do they always got to go after, like, straight or, people who haven't had any of these changes? Why not go after if you're a transgender woman, go after a transgender male?
I think that's a great idea.
I mean, you guys might have some form of understanding each other, and it's like, neither of y'all might be able to have kids, so either way, why not see if you can make it work?
She's got a few more things to say here.
I'm not here to try to take your man. I'm not here to try and be better than you. The sun does not rise and set on your ass, okay? I'm here trying to chase my goals. Chase yours, baby girl. Right on. The next reason is they're not confident enough. Women who are not confident enough just don't have you know, the courage to date a man who's dating anything except for women like herself, meaning like natural born women. So not a bisexual guy, not any other sexuality, but straight. And it sucks, but women like that really need to dig deeper and see what the real issue is. Maybe like a therapy session or two, and trying to figure out your body.
I'm sorry, the person who doesn't like, who has an identity issue, body dysmorphia, is going to tell me that I need mental help, like, just because I said that I personally wouldn't want to date somebody that's dated transgender. To me, it would make them look a little soft and gay.
Well, like, I can see the whole dating somebody, but you know what? I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. It's kind of funny because it's like the mentally ill patient is telling the normal person, look, you need to work on yourself. What's the inner problem with you? Because I'm fine. Most people might not like a few things about themselves, and like me personally, I kind of want to get more buff. I don't think it's on the level of body dysmorphia or anything, but I think I need to just hit the gym or whatnot. But some people be like, I gotta change my nose. I've never once looked at my boy down there and be like, you know what? I want to try something different.
All right, there's a little bit left.
Body goals and meditate a little bit, baby girl. You know, eat clean, get in better shape. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Get a new weave. I don't know. I know a lot of people like to say, oh, I'm racist against my own kind, but the proof is in the pudding, baby. Black women are very, 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 very transphobic. This is why so many men are afraid to date us, because of women like that who want to scorn them and make them feel like they're weird, and like, and even goes as far as like friends and family, and just like, I can't. It's gross. Like, let people do what they want to do. It's a little late for that. Okay, so get over yourself. But yeah, that was pretty much it. Overall, like, women cannot stand, a lot of women, not all, I know there are a lot of women who just simply don't care, who are more free-spirited and don't really care that much, but beware, there are a lot of women who are very, very toxic and will make fun of a man for wanting to date a trans woman, and make him feel like he's the worst human in the world, a dirtbag, scum. Yeah, those are all the reasons that I've literally heard women say that out of their mouths. I've done research, and it's all said to be true. Like, men that have wanted to date me but were scared to have literally told me these things out of their mouths too. So, you know, I got proof from my experiences, and it's awful. It sucks for trans women like myself who actually want something genuine and stable and real in the future. But, you know, it's out there. I know there are men who don't care what people think about them. Kings.
I just find it interesting that out of all the people, you turn yourself into a woman, but then you want to go after a straight guy. It's like, I just, because it's like, okay, basically when you do that, you're pretty much gay. So if you're gay, why not go after a gay guy? Or I just, it's like, and then the thing that gets me is most of the time with transgenders, I'm not going to say all, because some of them will probably be upfront, but some of them will lead a guy who I guess couldn't tell whether they were a trans or not, lead them on, basically take them, you know, just have multiple dates with them, get these feelings involved before they reveal themselves. But yet you want to, like, I'm not going to say her because she could be that exception that reveals it up front, but it's like, you want something genuine that was built on a lie.
I definitely disagree. I think that if you are transgender, the safest thing that you should do, considering everything that's happened in the past, is be upfront about it. That way you don't have to deal with somebody like spazzing out on you later because you told them. I mean, we've done videos on people, you know, being humiliated and beaten on for doing stuff like that, being dishonest. So it's better to be upfront and honest. And at the end of the day, I personally don't have a problem with transgender people. Be who you want to be. Live your best version of yourself, whatever that is. But at the end of the day, stop trying to force other people to see you different than how they see you. Like, if you're in a really, like, I've seen those ones that have those hormonal injections and things from an early start, and then they actually do look like beautiful women as older, women. They're still sterile and everything. They're still not women, but they've just been able to basically look extremely feminine. But it's the ones that look like you've lived your life as a man for 50 years, right? And now all of a sudden you want to wake up as this like old, completely masculated dude and just want to try to get the rest of the world to see you as a woman. And that's crazy. Like, I'm not going to be able to do that.
I actually do have a problem with it. Just don't try to force your lifestyle upon other people. That's all to it. If you meet somebody that like accepts you for who you are, that's all fine and dandy. But one, don't try to shame guys into wanting to date you because you're transgender. And this person could have actually heard these from the horse's mouth, like they said. And if they did, hey, that's those people. But not every guy is willing to date a transgender or not willing to date a transgender based on what other people think. It's simply that they don't want to be with a transgender person.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair. You should be upfront about it. Don't force your lifestyle on other people, and understand that people are always going to feel however they feel, and they have the right. Just like a gay person may look at our heterosexual relationship and think it's gross and never want to see anything to do with it, we have the right to feel that way too. So all right, you guys, definitely leave us a comment and tell us what you think. Happy 4th of July.
Happy Independence Day.